going to show you how to do clay impressions. Now this is a really easy and fun project to do, especially if you like nature or even animals. So if you look here, I actually have a fern pressed into a clay tablet. Okay, now you can do anything like this where you find any sort of wildflowers with leaves. You can make coasters, you can make plates. Now I've made like little pendants, or I might turn them into earrings. Okay, and these are all things that I found in my yard or just by walking around. Okay, so a couple things that you're going to need for this project is a rolling pin, needle tool, and depending, you may want to slump your plates or whatever you're going to be doing by using saran wrap with some sort of bowl so that you can slump or create a different shape if you don't want it to be flat. So you could do something like this. Now here's just a couple of things that I've made. I've also made larger plates and platters. It can really be anything you want. Now if you look here, you could even do like an animal. Alright, so here's just to show you some different leaves that you can use. Now if you look, really the best ones to use are ones that have a lot of texture. And you really want to be careful that you don't impress too hard where it comes to the stem. So one thing I like to do is take the stem off and just make sure that you're pressing on this part and not too hard at the bottom. Alright, now this one's got a lot of texture. This one's going to be pretty cool. Now one thing that I'll say is it's really important that your things that you're impressing are nice and green, because if they're brown, they kind of break apart. This one I did a couple of days ago, and as you can see, it's kind of falling apart, starting to curl. You're not going to get a lot of good texture from anything that's dead. So it's best if you do something that's alive and green. Here's a good leaf that has a lot of texture. Tiny little ferns like you saw in those pendants that I made, and flowers. Okay, so with the flowers you got to kind of experiment. Some of them have a lot of really good texture. Now if they're really delicate, they can be difficult to use. Let me just show you this one here. Now this one here was just kind of a weed that I found, really delicate. It's kind of hard to see. So like I said, you gotta kind of play around with it. Same thing with these. These ones are a little harder to pull out, but this one was really cool. As you can see, there's a lot of great texture and it created a great impression.
Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit, and I know it's sped up, but what we're going to basically do is take your clay, use a rolling pin, and try to get out all the bubbles. Do on the front side, flip it over, and then do the other side, and then smooth with a rib. Now, what I did is for this platter is I took a plate, cut around the edge, smoothed out, flipped it over, and then once I did that, I took my leaf and pressed it in with a rolling pin. Okay, smooth, finalize, peel off, and put back in your plate. Alright, well I hope that you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel.